so many things going on. ICE raids, that's a different thing. I was talking to the mayor, McAllen Lopez, yesterday about it, how that affects the economy. Look, you go after criminals, you go after risk to national interests, you go after the 1.5 million final deportation orders where the immigration judge said, time for you to say goodbye. But the other people are working. And, and I've had the builders and the contractors from South Texas, from San Antonio that have come and talked to me, say, hey, we can't get people to come work. They're afraid. Last night, I was at the soccer game in Laredo, and one of the contractors said he can't get his people to work because they're afraid that they're going to get picked up. And he even said, hey, come over to the soccer game. You can't be at home. He said, no, we're afraid to go to the soccer game. We might get picked up there. So the West Texas dairy folks that came in and talked to me, they said they came in, they raided one of the dairy farms and says, who's gonna do the work now? So it affects the economy of the U.S. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. It raises prices because, less goods out there. Prices go up. That's a natural thing. So
what do you tell Mayor Villalobos when he says we need to find a solution to the people want to work, they're authorized to work? That's what he said in a video message.
Yeah.
What do you tell him? What do you tell people?
I tell them I agree with them. I agree with them. They're, look, criminals, all those folks, I'll be the first to say, get them out. They don't belong here in the U.S. But the people that are working, we got to find a way. You don't have to say naturalize or legalize or whatever, regularize them, whatever, so they can at least work because they are providing. I mean, there's a lot of jobs that Americans don't want to do. I mean, my father was a migrant worker. My mother was a migrant worker. Being, working out there in the sun. There's a lot of people that don't want to do that. So somebody's got to do it. And if there are some people that want to do it, at least give them a permit to work. So I'm with the mayor, and we talked about this for a while yesterday.
I guess what should construction companies keep in mind, knowing that if there's someone in their staff that is not E-verified and they're working, I mean, should they be concerned, the employer, that they could face civil and criminal charges from the federal government for hiring people that aren't authorized to work?
Well, right now, there's always those penalties, of course, but right now they're just picking up people. And I think, we need to, and I got some Republican congressmen that they said, we're with you, Henry. But we got to convince the administration. And remember, the administration, I think it was the Ag Secretary that did talk to the administration, to the president, and he put a pause.
Yeah.
And then the next day, internal, I'm not going to mention names, but other folks said no, and they went back again. I mean, she did convince the president for a day on it, but it affects the economy. The message should be, yes, go after criminals, risk of national interest, final deportation orders, but the other people, it's hurting our economy.
Even if they're technically not authorized to work.
Absolutely.